Along with the 3 tricks for motivation, I wanted to share 3 treats for inspiration. And those are specific, in this case, to journaling, which is a space that I find particularly inspiring, especially when things are a bit tough in my life, or if I'm looking for ways to just get some joy and be able to engage with my creativity in ways that make me really happy. So I wanted to share kind of 3 ideas that have been really helpful for me that I have found really fun to do. This one is from a passport insert, and I have shared this previously in another video, but I wanted to kind of give it some special attention again this time around. And this was the very first passport insert that I'd ever used for my traveler's notebook. It's the one that kind of comes with, I think, a new traveler's notebook when you get one. You can see that I've decorated it here with this beautiful sticker by Tiff of Talksmont, who has an Etsy store that's called Platinum Flora, and I really love her sticker designs. I have another one here, which was, I think, just kind of a thanks sticker, but I thought it looked so pretty that I that I put it on the back as well. And I've also kind of decorated it with some stamps here, these really beautiful kind of pansy stamps. But this is an insert that kind of started out as a little bit of I guess a creative journal. It's where I wanted to kind of use, and I'm so sorry for this extra construction noise, but it was a space where I wanted to try out some new stamps. You can see this was a really beautiful, lovely stamp here. I really hope you can hear me. We'll see how this goes. And I had some new alphabet stamps that I wanted to kind of try out, light, love, home, love, warmth, and I just kind of wanted to use it as my title page, as well as some various kind of leaf stickers that I was also sort of using, and lovely stars. And so, as I'm saying, you see, I started this back in 2022. It was a way to kind of try out stamps and kind of use them in creative ways, kind of try out different layouts, and really sort of relish in the beauty and the creativity of different stamp artists and the different colors, and just trying some different things out, a way to kind of mark different memories, as well, as you can kind of see here. And it was just a really fun and creative space to be able to do that. I wasn't able to bring a lot of my my stamp ink pads with me, unfortunately, so I'm hoping to get some more and to be able to kind of indulge in doing this kind of really fun stamping once again, because it was just really fun. It was just really kind of lovely, and I did kind of a number of ones in that way. And then at some point I ended up deciding to bring in photos, so kind of using my Canon Ivy photo printer and starting to do some collaging here. So you can see that this is more kind of collaging, but based around the photos. I didn't use stamps as much in these cases, but that's something I can always kind of return to. But what ended up happening, and I think that I ended up showing this previously as well, is that it became a little bit of a makeshift photo album within a passport insert, and it just became kind of this really fun and lovely way of keeping track of some memories through these mini photos as well. And it's just something that I've you know, just really been loving. And it's such a cute and portable size. It means that whenever I have a passport traveler's notebook set up, I can always include this and have kind of this like photo album with me in a way. Oftentimes I, in the past, have liked to put a kind of wallet set up in a traveler's notebook passport size. And so, you know, it's almost like having photos in your wallet with you. And it's just kind of a cute way, I think, of having this portable photo album. Of course, it means that the photos are kind of stuck to the pages, so it's not kind of a true photo album and that you can kind of switch them out. But, you know, I do kind of like the permanence of this, and I would love to kind of keep a series of inserts like this as a way to experiment with the kind of stamping and color and creativity in the way that I showed you in the beginning. And then also in the future have perhaps separately a kind of series of inserts that serve as photo albums throughout the months and throughout the years. And so this was just kind of, you know, a little inspirational treat. I hope it was certainly a way that I could kind of try out both of those in here, and that gives me ideas for, you know, doing more experimentation with beautiful stamps in the future, in future inserts as a kind of creative practice, and then also keeping a sort of photo album and an insert as a kind of memory keeping practice. So all in the span of one insert. So I wanted to show this one. Next, what I wanted to share with you are my field notes. So I sort of introduced that I use field notes in my One Book July setup, and that is in addition to my A6 avec, all held within an A6 Hobonichi cover, which I've really loved. I just finished this one, and this one took 2 months to fill. The other ones took about a month, but this one took 2 months. But I'm really excited to have moved into the new one. Oh, you can also see that I ended up kind of sort of decorating the the back page of my A6 avec just to give it a little bit more of a Halloween flair. This is a fun postcard by Lola Starry Art, and so I will link her below as well. But I have moved from this field notes to this one. My partner felt like this was especially appropriate for, you know, Halloween. It's kind of a little bit more of a creepy, spooky kind of vibe, but still just really, really beautiful. These are the National Parks series field notes, and I have really loved seeing the artwork of the different covers, and especially when you kind of see them all in a row. So I've been using these since I think June, July. So I have a few that are kind of archived, and I'll be doing a fuller video on field notes at some point in the future. But what I wanted to show you was just, first of all, the way that I like to use field notes as kind of this extra journal space. What I have found really helpful is knowing that I kind of have this along with my A6 avec, and I have used the field notes in various ways. I have used it as a quick bullet journal just to be able to kind of list down tasks, particularly when I'm having to kind of get back to bare bones with my planning and kind of clear my head, clear the overwhelm. I have also used it for low stakes, everyday, anytime journaling as well. So a little bit more stream of consciousness, but it's so easy to just kind of pick up, you know, even when I kind of do something like gratitude logging in my A6 avec or other kinds of things that I'm keeping track of, I don't always have this space to be able to kind of journal about various random things that day. And so I can always then turn to the field notes that I keep as a companion and do that in there. This has also been really helpful as when I filled this one up in using that kind of flexible low stakes journaling for a kind of morning pages practice. So this is an idea that I'm doing kind of morning pages journaling from the book called The Artist's Way, and I was reminded of it recently by Ka from Ka's Page and Studio, because I believe that she's kind of working through The Artist's Way now, and I was inspired to kind of revisit that idea of morning pages, and I was able to fill this up so quickly once again once I started kind of doing that, and remembering that it's a great practice of just kind of getting your thoughts out first thing in the morning, whatever they are. They don't necessarily have to be coherent. You know, there's no real duty to provide a kind of structure or order of things. You can skip around things. There's that kind of freedom of just letting your thoughts out on the page, and that's what I really loved these field notes for. They're just so flexible to keep as a companion with your main techo, for example. You can also see that the first pages, what I end up doing is a kind of multi-week, multi-month calendar, and it's just kind of a quick and easy way for me to kind of reference where we are in the calendar. And I don't know, I just like doing that. I liked having that as the first page. I decorated it here with a little bit of this beautiful, beautiful washi tape by the Ghost Egg, who also created this beautiful sticker as well. And I start with whenever the date is that I began this particular field notes, and I just kind of populate it. And I just think it's a nice way to start the field notes out. I like seeing it on that first page there before I kind of continue on with, again, whatever I need the field notes for, whether it's, again, low stakes, anytime morning pages journaling, or bullet journaling for each day, starting to get back into getting my tasks organized. I love that kind of flexibility, and that I can always keep it as a companion. I did want to also show one spread from this one as well, and this is something that I posted on my Instagram as well, but it was just kind of a fun way for me to do a little bit of, I guess it's sort of a mind mapping in a way. I was inspired by watching a video, and I'll link it below. I'm forgetting what the video was. It was one on YouTube, so I'll look it up and link it back below. But it was on how to plan for using multiple planners. So I am somebody who does use multiple planners. I have tried the one book system, and there's something about the one book system that is really appealing to me, but ends up not quite working for me in terms of the needs that I have. So I do use multiple planners, and do often need a way to kind of plan for those multiple planners. So I was inspired by that video and decided to do a little spread in my field notes here. Oh, I think it might have been My Dandelion Diaries is perhaps the YouTube channel, but again, I will look it up and link it below. But I ended up using these beautiful washi tape stickers that I have really loved. I think I've shown them in a previous video. It might have been one of my favorites from the previous month, for example, my September favorites, if you want to check that out. But I just could have used each of them to kind of map out visually on the page where I might sort of compile, you know, certain kinds of planning and journaling, or certain kinds of planners and notebooks, and how I'd like to use them. So for example, memory keeping, personal or catch-all, health and recovery, writing, teaching, social media, gratitude, tarot, task/bujo, work meetings in particular, and how I imagine what my planner lineup might look like given these different kinds of needs that I have for planning and journaling. So once again, able to do that all within the field notes as well. So I just love the versatility of the field notes, and wanted to share that as another little kind of inspirational treat, if you will. And then finally, what I wanted to share is something that I actually haven't done in a while. So, you know, I was looking for inspiration myself and wanting to do this. This is a Leuchtturm weekly planner, weekly dated planner that began in the fall of 2022 and lasts into this year. What I ended up trying out for some of the pages though, and I've shown this, I think, in my very long Techo Kaigi, mid-year Techo Kaigi videos at some point, was how I ended up using some of the early pages for a kind of all sticker spread, if you will. I've called them vision boards. They're not exactly vision boards in the way that I feel like I've seen others in the stationery community map out really beautiful vision boards with photographs, but instead I kind of use these as kind of all sticker kinds of spreads that gets into the kind of vibe that I want to feel for the particular month, and that's why I call them vision boards. I guess they're kind of mood boards, really. It's all sticker mood boards in a way. But the all sticker sort of thing is also an idea that I remember learning or being inspired from by Susanna Conway, who has a number of really creative courses, including creative tarot courses and journaling courses and kind of tapping into your inner child kind of courses. And I believe it was in the journaling one where she did these really beautiful all sticker spreads, and some of them were kind of color themed, so you get all these beautiful yellow stickers on one page, all these beautiful kind of pink and red stickers on another page, another of blues, of greens, of purples, and I thought that was just such a visual treat. It just filled me with so much joy to see all the beautiful colors kind of brought together and all of the different kinds of sticker designs and images. So this is not exactly like that, but it's kind of mood based as well. And it's something that I really loved doing, and that I think that I would like to do more intentionally kind of moving on as well. You can see that this was for November from last year, and so it's really got that kind of cozy fall vibe, using various stickers that I'd gotten from, say, Sticky Club, and as well as print on stickers as well, and especially since November is coming up now. This one was the one I had done for December, and it was also just a way to just have fun with a bunch of different Christmas themed or holiday themed stickers that I had in my collection, and to be able to just kind of use them and have this kind of burst of fun and cuteness. And I think this one that I have here was my January one, so I decided to do things a little bit differently. I have this little envelope here that I had gotten, as well as a kind of memo note page, and was able to kind of layer on stickers that way, but give me a kind of mood board for January at the time, and that I wanted it to be sort of magical and light and bright and creative. So I have create here, I've got draw something, a lot of little cute stickers as well. And so I just felt like these were such fun ways to kind of journal in a way. It's, I guess it's a different kind of journaling where you just put different stickers on the page, but it can be a really, I think, fun and aesthetic and colorful representation of, for example, your emotional state, or how you'd like to feel, another kind of outlet. And so I wanted to kind of offer this as yet another kind of treat for inspiration if you need some ideas to get inspired by as well. So I hope that this was a fun and interesting video to watch. I hope that you were able to get cozy and kind of sit down with it. It might be a little bit longer than I had planned because I think I ended up going into a little bit of detail, but really what I wanted to share was just some tricks and treats as we approach the end of October, as we approach kind of Halloween, and just to offer some motivation for planning or some inspiration for journaling should you need those things, or should you want to kind of engage with those things to bring some joy into your life as Halloween comes around. I will have another video coming up as Halloween approaches, but in the meantime, I hope you have a really lovely Halloween weekend, and I will see you in the next one.